Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about multimedia and animation presented by Mrs. N. Jayanthi, Assistant Professor, Department of IT, JT College of Engineering and Technology. Virtual reality and augmented reality. Virtual reality (VR) is a high-end user computer interface that involves real-time simulation and interaction through the senses. Virtual reality and augmented reality are advanced technologies that have transformed the multimedia and animation industry. The terms can be confusing. Sometimes people think AR, augmented reality, and virtual reality are the same thing. I will help you to understand what VR and AR are and how they work, their devices, and their applications. Virtual reality is the term used to describe three-dimensional computer-generated environment which can be explored and interacted with by a person. Both aim to enhance user experience by combining the real and virtual worlds. These technologies are widely used in games, films, education, advertising, architecture, and more. They rely heavily on animation and multimedia design to deliver believable and engaging experiences. Virtual reality (VR) is a type of technology that lets you feel like you are inside a computer-made world. It is a fully computer-generated environment that completely replaces the real world for the user. Virtual reality is a technology that creates a simulated environment where user can look around, move, and interact as if they are physically there. There are three I's of virtual reality: interaction, immersion, imagination. Interaction helps the user to interact with the virtual environment, and immersion makes VR feel real to the user. Imagination, it creates the illusion of them being real. And then applications of virtual reality: gaming and environment, education and training, healthcare. Immersive video games where players can move and interact in 360-degree worlds. For example, Beat Saber. Beat Saber is unique VR rhythm game where your goal is to slash the beats. Games play a vital role in the world of environment. VR is used in the games to enable the user to immerse in the game and enjoy it. And next one, education. Students can explore and complex subjects in 3D. The learning process becomes interactive and fast, giving better results. For example, classroom teaching. VR increases the student-teacher interaction in the process of learning in a classroom. Next one, healthcare. Surgical planning and practice using the virtual reality. There are three types of virtual reality. First one is non-immersive virtual reality, semi-immersive virtual reality, and fully immersive virtual reality. Non-immersive virtual reality means it allows user to view and interact with a 3D environment on a screen without any headset. And semi-immersive virtual reality uses partial immersion techniques such as projection system to simulate environments. Fully immersive virtual reality utilizes head-mounted displays and sensory devices to create a comprehensive experience that engages multiple senses. This is the virtual reality system. It contains virtual world, virtual reality engine, simulation engine, and graphics engine. And next one is software and databases, user interfaces, input devices, output devices. Virtual reality engine is a key component of any VR system. This is the virtual reality engine. It consists simulation engine and graphics engine. It reads its input through user interface using input device, access task-dependent databases, perform the required real-time computation to update the state of the virtual world, and feeds the result to the output device. These three are internal components. These are the external components. The graphic engine generates the image that is seen by the user. The simulation engine performs main task, that is concerned about the dynamics of the environment. It responds to the user's action. Next one is user interface. How user interact with the systems. That means controls the user navigation and interaction with the virtual environment. It acts as a buffer between the virtual world software and the input-output devices being used. Then input devices, tools for user input. For example, keyboard, joystick, motion tracking, gloves. Output devices, devices that present the virtual world to the user. For example, VR headset, speakers, haptic feedback gloves. Virtual reality devices. Virtual reality devices are hardware tools that let user enter and interact with a computer-generated 3D environment. These devices or create an immersive experience by blocking out the real world and replacing it with a virtual one. Head-mounted display, worn on the head like goggles or a helmet, displays a 3D virtual world in front of your eyes. This is the head-mounted display. It tracks head movement so the view adjusts as you look around. Example, PlayStation Virtual Reality. Motion controllers. Handheld devices used to interact with virtual objects, detect hand gestures, pointing, grabbing, and movement. In real world, hands are used to interact and manipulate with the environment. To do so, in the virtual world, gloves are designed which enables the user to explore and manipulate the object. For example, Oculus Touch controllers, PlayStation Move, HTC Vive controllers. Tracking sensors, cameras detect your physical position in space. Used for room scale tracking, walk, crouch, reach. Some devices use external sensors, others have built-in tracking. Audio system, built-in or external headphones. It provides 3D directional sound. It improves immersion. Users can hear where sounds are coming from. And next one is haptic devices. Special gloves or shoes that simulate touch and force. User can feel vibration, pressure, or temperature. Advanced but not commonly used in consumer level system. Example, haptic gloves, VR treadmills. We are using power glove and data glove, etc. Power glove is cheaper version of data glove. It uses strain gauges to measure the flexion of each finger. The power glove can only detect roll and provides 4D information. Augmented reality. Augmented reality is a technology that overlays digital information such as images, animation, text, or 3D models onto the real world environment in real time. Unlike virtual reality, which completely replaces the real world with a simulated one, AR enhances the real world by adding interactive digital elements to it. Key features of AR. It combines real and virtual worlds seamlessly. Interactive and responds to real-time user input. Aligns virtual objects to real-world spaces. It can be viewed through smartphones, tablets, AR glasses, or head-up displays. Augmented reality system merges the computerized inputs with the telepresence inputs and user view of the real world. AR system used in military applications, tracking systems, medical surgeries, etc. Then how AR works. It uses a camera to capture the real world. Software detects and tracks surfaces, objects, or markers. Overlays digital elements on top of the real view. It adjusts the overlay in real time as the user moves or turns. What are the devices used in augmented reality? Smartphones, tablets, AR glasses or headsets, and then heads-up displays. AR glasses or headsets. AR glasses or headsets are wearable devices that overlay digital content such as images, 3D models, text, or animation onto the real world. View seen through the lenses. They let users see both the real world and computer-generated enhancements at the same time. Next one is head-up displays. A head-up display is a transparent display that presents digital information directly in the user's field of vision without requiring them to look away from their usual viewpoint. Originally developed for aviation, now used in cars, helmets, AR glasses, and gaming. Applications of AR. Gaming and entertainment. Snapchat and Instagram filters add animation to faces. In education, AR anatomy apps to study the human body. Navigation, AR overlays direction on live streets view. And then what are the difference between the augmented reality and virtual reality? Augmented reality, it adds digital content to the real world. Augmented reality enhances both virtual and real world. For example, example devices, AR glasses, smartphones. This is the example picture of the augmented reality. And then virtual reality, it is completely virtual environment. It replaces the real world with a fully virtual environment. VR only enhances a fictional reality. VR uses are controlled by the system. This is the VR headset. By using VR technology, VR user is isolated from the real world and immerses himself in a completely fictional world. With AR, end users are still in touch with the real world while interacting with virtual objects nearer to him. Virtual objects nearer to him. What are the advantages and disadvantages? It enables individualized learning and enhances the learning process. Experience or knowledge can be shared over long distances. And the disadvantages is the cost of implementing AR are comparatively high. Many devices have only a low level of performance. These are the difference between the AR and VR. Okay, thank you.